So Johnny and his legal team decided to go on the offense against Youngman because Youngman is in quite the pickle, to put it lightly, right now. So Youngman is currently in jail. So he is in prison. Okay, Youngman is currently in prison. And Johnny decided to press charges against him for 3 different things.
We've got some big breaking news. Johnny Somali filed a lawsuit against a victim and already won the case. I know this made your blood boil and totally shocked you because this was a secret trial and no updates were published before this trial. Even creators like Atozi and almost no one knew about this trial beforehand.
Quote-unquote secret trial because it was never publicized anywhere, and the only reason we found out about it is because through the Korean streamers that were actually called to testify. So thankfully, they actually shared the information with us.
So this is the biggest win for Johnny Somali. I told you a lot. Johnny Somali will play the final move, and this is one of the tactics he used in his favor. He has even already won the case almost completely. So don't be confused. I will give you a breakdown of the details, but as of now, here's a short context. As you know, Johnny Somali is facing 2 deepfake charges. One against Korean female streamer Bong Bong, and another against Korean male streamer Youngman. But now, Johnny Somali's counter lawsuit was filed against Youngman, where he found that the case was on his side. One of Johnny Somali's deepfake charges has already been dropped by the judge, and he has already reduced some of his total prison time. This is not the final trial. The final trial is coming up on October 29th, but it was a win for Johnny Somali. Let's break down the details. So as of the context, you need to know that Korean streamer Youngman became a victim of Johnny Somali. Hank Yu made a deepfake video of Hank Yu and Youngman kissing each other. As part of Johnny Somali's charges, this charge also came up. And you need to know this is very important because this charge could add significant prison time to Johnny Somali. Even in a legal mindset interview, Youngman confirmed beforehand that Johnny Somali and Hank Yu did wrong to him.
The biggest thing, number one thing, you still have a report, a goso, against Johnny Somali for deepfake, correct?
I went to the police station even a few days ago for deeper inspection and investigation.
Okay, so that's ongoing right now, and you just went to the police station. This is like new news.
새로운 뉴스군요. 최근에 이제
After that, it was confirmed that Johnny Somali was going to face additional charges. But while his final trial is only a week away, Johnny Somali secretly filed counter charges against Youngman. According to sources, this was a tactic formed by Johnny Somali, Hank Yu, and Johnny Somali's lawyer. Johnny Somali has already won the case. You can hear about it from Atozi in this video.
Johnny pressed charges against Youngman. Youngman is one of the people who pressed charges against him for the deepfakes. So currently, Johnny is facing 2 counts of deepfake charges. One is from the Korean streamer by the name of Bong Bong, and the other one is from the Korean streamer by the name of Youngman. So Johnny and his legal team decided to go on the offense against Youngman because Youngman is in quite the pickle, to put it lightly, right now. So Youngman is currently in jail. So he is in prison. Okay, Youngman is currently in prison. And Johnny decided to press charges against him for 3 different things. The main things were a deepfake as well, because originally Johnny showed the deepfake of them 2 making out, and that's what Johnny is in trouble for in his current case.
Hank and Youngman making out.
It was Hank and Youngman making out. Okay, so Johnny showed Hank and Youngman making out on his stream, and therefore he got charged with distributing the deepfake.
So guys, it was actually a totally shocking thing that happened, because as you know, Johnny Somali and his lawyer were also talking about Bong Bong even beforehand. They found out that they totally lacked evidence against Bong Bong, and if they countered her, they would have failed.
They also posted deepfake first.
They posted it on their channel, the deepfake of you kissing the fat guy, and then me kissing, yes, and then Bong Bong, the one of me kissing Bong Bong, she showed it to her own stream on Kick and YouTube.
Yes. They showed the...
Can you ask him again? The deepfakes that he's seen, the 2 kissing videos, he thinks they're stupid, right?
But who actually knew that Johnny Somali and his legal team would be able to make tactics against Youngman? Even though they failed against Bong Bong in the deepfake case, they thought they could win against Youngman, and Johnny Somali actually won the case. The judge also eliminated one of the charges from Johnny Somali's charge list.
So it was for the deepfake. Then it was also for assault with a baton. So that was for that. And then obviously the last charge then was for stalking. So he has a deepfake charge, an assault with a baton, and then stalking. That's what Johnny hit on this other Korean stream. They wanted to come to a settlement so that Johnny could, so that Youngman wouldn't drop the charges at Johnny. Because Johnny has 2 deepfake charges, which each could be, 10 years in jail? 7 years each in jail, but they're capped out at 12.
So guys, Johnny Somali's main tactic was to eliminate the charges against him and make Youngman face serious trouble. That's why he filed 3 charges against Youngman. As I covered in a lot of videos about Johnny Somali, many people cursed at me saying I was false and that I had exaggerated the videos about Johnny Somali. Now, see the proof that Johnny Somali's tactics are true or not. There are even more things happening secretly, and if this is all not getting cover-up, then there is chance you will find Johnny Somali in America soon. Believe it or not, watch more here to see how Johnny Somali lied in court while the judge and lawyers were testifying about the situation.
He lied a lot, apparently.
A lot.
So, what did the translators say that he lied about, or what was the main things?
I think the primary one was saying, I don't know, or I don't remember, the things he clearly would have remembered. For example, who brought the baton? Who brought the baton to the fight? You know.
Okay.
Everybody knows that Hank brought the baton. It's obvious. He talks about the baton. He shows the baton on stream. The baton is in his apartment. Johnny knows that baton very well. And they asked him, who brought the baton? And he said, I don't know.
And Youngman ended up disarming and using the baton?
That's
Is that
right.
what happened?
Hank brought the baton, and Youngman felt, I guess, threatened by the baton, so he took it, and Johnny claims he hit him.
So one of Johnny Somali's charges was assault, and he wanted to claim that Youngman attacked Johnny Somali and Hank Yu with a baton. But as we know the truth, Hank brought his own baton. Youngman, seeing that baton, got scared and reacted toward Johnny, either defending himself or unintentionally causing harm. So this was actually a false tactic by Johnny Somali to make the situation look worse and get the final case in his favor. And Johnny Somali did manage to do that, so it can be said that he ultimately won this day. But the final trial on October 29th is still remaining.
This charge gets dropped. And if he has one deepfake charge against him, he's still looking at 7 years. If he drops the second deepfake charge, how many years is potentially left then?
So he's still at the point where max penalty is 12 years. If the deepfake, which is the most serious one, if both of them are dropped, that brings the max down to 5. So that's a dramatic change. And it also brings the mandatory prison time out of the...
Okay, so he no longer has mandatory prison time
Yes.
if it gets dropped down to 5?
Yes, that doesn't mean he won't, but it won't be nearly as much.
Johnny's main trial has not been settled, or his main thing. This is a side court case that he got dragged into, or he dragged another streamer into, with the goal of eliminating one of his charges that he's currently, facing.
And he was successful.
And he was successful with that. So he's still facing, as of right now, 12 years.
So guys, as of now, one thing is clear. This was the biggest win for Johnny Somali so far. What happened has even made Johnny Somali a little more confident for the next trial coming up. It might be because, while it was expected that another charge was coming up against Johnny Somali, now you hear that Johnny Somali's other charges got dropped. So guys, what do you actually think about all of this? What is your thought? Do you think Johnny Somali will finally be able to escape? Or is this just a shady little win for this nuisance streamer? Let me know, and keep following me because I will be coming up with new updates soon.